So, in this week's parasha, Rabotai, I'm going to give you a chidush that I don't believe anybody has heard before, at least not my audience, because I have only learned it recently. This week's parasha has mitzvot in it, has interesting things in regards to tum'ah, tahara, the purity, impurity, but then there's the famous story at the end of this week's Parashat Emor, which is the story of the Blasphemer. The Blasphemer, who is known as a person that was the son of Shulamit. Shulamit is the woman that in Egypt was a very bubbly person, let's say flirtatious person, immodest person, and would say hello to everybody, including the Egyptians, and Kadosh Baruch Hu punished her that because she was immodest in that aspect, not immodest in clothes. There was virtually no immodesty among the Jews as far as clothing in those days. That's an invention of the last 100 years, but rather her attitude was immodest, which unfortunately a lot of women till this day are very immodest in their attitude, and they're hello to everybody, goodbye to everybody. They have guy friends. I'm just calling my friend. Who's your friend? Steve. Well, you have a male friend? How does that work? No, it's a platonic relationship. Maybe an atomic relationship, not platonic. There is no platonic relationship, male or female. It's an atomic relationship. Either he's forbidden to speak to because he is obviously the opposite and he's interested in you, or will be interested in you, or you're interested in him, or he's interested in another him, which is another reason why you should not talk to such a person like that. But nonetheless, people do whatever they want, and they're always going to find some Care Bear rabbi to tell them that it's okay and it's allowed and it's even a mitzvah to do some type of sin that they're doing. But nonetheless, this Shulamit was a sinner in a sense that she was flirtatious, bubbly, and would say hello to everybody. One day, one of the Egyptians got a hello and thought that she was interested in him, and automatically that made that beast that he already was come out, and he ended up raping her. And when her husband found out and in essence walked in on the situation, he started beating her husband to a pulse, almost to the extent of killing him. And that's when Moshe Rabbeinu saw it. He saw the Egyptian beating the Jew. He also saw Beruach HaKodesh that what actually transpired, that it's really the Egyptian, as usual, being the evil one here, and he killed him. He killed the Egyptian. So now, from that act, many other things, many other fruits, although rotten fruits came out of that whole act. The whole issue of Datan ve'Aviram, which were the husband and the brother of Shulamit. They ended up fighting the next day. Moshe Rabbeinu rebuked them. They ended up going to Paro, who tried killing Moshe Rabbeinu after that. Moshe Rabbeinu fled Egypt for the next 60 years before coming back and rescuing Am Yisrael. So here we see the first evil deed of Datan ve'Aviram. Furthermore, a child is born out of that rape. That child is mentioned many weekly Torah portions later, an entire book later, in Parashat Emor, in Sefer Vayikra, this week's parasha, in chapter 24, where it talks about how there was the son of the Israelite woman went out, and he was the son of the Egyptian man, and he went out among the children of Israel, and they quarreled in the camp. And the son of the Israelite woman and the Israelite man, they quarreled, and he got upset that the Jewish people they did not accept him into the tribe of Dan, because although his mother was a tribe of Dan, the tribe is decided by the father, and since his father was an Egyptian, they did not accept him into any tribe because he was not part of any tribes. And he got into a quarrel with them. Some of the Mefarshim say that it got physical. And then they brought him to a Beit Din. They brought him to Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu tried the case, and that's why it says, and the son of the Israelite woman went out. What does it mean, went out? He went out of the Beit Din. He went out of the Beit Din of Moshe Rabbeinu after receiving the news that he is part of no tribe until Mashiach comes. Because he doesn't come from a Jewish father, even though he's a Jew, because his mom is a Jew, but he's not part of any tribe. This is the same thing when it comes to converts. Converts are not part of any tribe. The Mashiach, Tzidkenu, when he comes, will decide which tribe everybody is in and tell us which tribe everybody else is in. But nonetheless, this person that came from an awful situation, la'avdil, from converts that are righteous and convert for the right reason, the point is, this guy, he came out of the wrong place. He came out of the wrong place, and he in essence wasn't part of a tribe, and he went out of this Beit Din. He did not like the judgment. Did not feel like he's getting the love of a Jew that in essence he felt he's supposed to get, he's entitled to get, and therefore he cursed HaKadosh Baruch Hu's name. They heard him, they arrested him, and then they waited for Moshe Rabbeinu to bring the judgment again from HaKadosh Baruch Hu of what to do with this person, and the final judgment was that the entire assembly will stone him to death. All of those that heard the blasphemy shall lean their head upon his head first, their hands on his head first, almost like they do with the sacrifices. They push their heads down, and then the rest of them start stoning him after they throw him off the two-story building, in a whole nightmarish situation. The reason why they put their hand on his head first before they stone him is because since this stoning is a result of a justice of a Beit Din, in essence, each one of the people that heard the blasphemy itself and are the first ones to hit him, are the ones that in essence brought him to trial, they're leaning their hands on his head to say that your blood is in your head, and we will not be punished for your death because you caused this to yourself. You did it. We did the right thing. We're following the Torah. Your blood is on your hands. You're the one that caused yourself to death. We're not, even though we're throwing stones on you, this is a mitzvah what we're doing. So where's the love there? As a side note, the CHIDUSH that I want to give you that I don't believe you've ever heard before, and if you did, ashrechem, is that who is this person? Who is this person that got such treatment? Why did he deserve such a thing? Rabotai? This is a extraordinary, and to keep you in suspense, we'll leave that as the final point for everything that we said.